8/10/2018, 7:09 a.m. Wake up. Oh. 8/10/2018, 9:09 work. 10:09 sleep. 8/11, 7:09 wake up. I wake up in the same bed, but a different world. Where am I? Why am I here? Good question. Now, I don't know much about this game. All I know is it's a very sensitive spot for a lot of people. On the moon clicks a 12-hour timer. What happens when night falls and time runs up? How do I get out of here before then? I don't know. What the hell? Okay. What's this? Let's click on kitty. You gave me this cat. I love him like you had. Around him I feel comfortable. No need to pretend. Something doesn't seem right. But I can't remember how he looks up close. I haven't spent time with him, not since... Let's talk to him. Oh yeah, we'll talk to him. Hello, Moo? What did I name my cat? I've had him for a while now, yet I can't remember. Oh, Senior Waffles, Untitled Doggo. We're gonna have to go with Senior Waffles. Oh yeah, Senior Waffles. I'm pretty proud of that one. Thought of it myself. Hey, Senior Waffles, you pee everywhere, but I love you anyways. Moo Moo Bork. My dude, you're awake. Good snug last night. We'll go with... This isn't normal. I don't belong here. Is that bad? Normal isn't always a good thing, you know. Let's pat. Bork, bork, blork, borf. Scratch, scratch. I will marry you platonically. Love you, thank you. Okay. You make me happy. I heart you too. Moo moo hee haw. You're leaving already? Okay. I love you. Please come back soon for purrs and snugs. I love you too. Let's see what else we got here. What's this? My phone. Unseen text and missed calls. I rarely look at my phone anymore. I try to forget about the memories it contains. Okay. Let's go over here. Look inside. You're positive there's nothing. Put keys in the freezer. Read notes. White magnets read how they read what? I'm trying, but I can't read them. I see words, but I don't understand what they mean. We'll try again. I don't know what's going on. I feel like my mind is working against me. I can't focus. I can't stop thinking about horrible things. I feel like I'm going crazy. Try again. I'm not scared of failure. After a few attempts, I get it. How does the pancake wobble? The magnets ask. Okay. First sticky note reads, daily reminder, I love you from you-know-who, not the Harry Potter kind. Second note reads, remember Swain's Lane. Third note reads, give this girl some milk. That's enough fridging for today. Okay, oh. I'm gonna get out of bed. Okay. Where do I go? I need to escape this world before time runs out. Let's look outside. I hadn't noticed before now. Every day the bus passes the same flower field. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. That's pretty. You would have liked this. I wish I could show this to you. Flowers are gorgeous. I never learned to appreciate small things like these until you came along. Oh, here's Swain's Lane. Let's go there. I remember now. You died a while ago, and I've been denying it since. But you wouldn't want that, would you? Me stuck in my head, living a fantasy? When there's so much more of reality to explore. The cat you left me. The flower fields that pass the metro. Oh no. I loved you, you know. You left me behind. I don't blame you for leaving. Every day I wake up and think about joining you. I did not expect this game to go so deep. Me personally, I'm not the one for giving in at any means necessary or anything at all like that. Like I don't see the point of giving in. I mean, I know there's struggles with a lot of different things people go through throughout daily life, but me personally, I would survive because, I mean, there's always more than one way. There's always multiple ways instead of just giving in. Like, giving in is not something you would really do. I mean, I understand the loss of a loved one or whatever the case may be. But honestly, if you really think about it, they would want you to move on and like live your life, not just give in and just give up, because that's never the right way to go. That's just my opinion, but me personally, I would survive. But I'll keep living with the memories you gifted me. Without you, 8/11/2018, 10:09. Live. Dedicated to everyone who's lost anyone. that went pretty deep. I did not expect it to go that deep. That's insane of how quickly it went from happy and, just minor thoughts to flipping around and just thinking about giving up. I don't think there is any reason for anyone to give up on their life. Life's too short to worry about ending your own life over whatever it may be. Because in all reality, there are ways you can go through life and still be fine. And I mean, it's not the same case for everybody, but it all depends on how deep or disturbing their minds may be, on how close they were with the loved one they lost, or how far. But regardless if you're near or far, a loved one's a loved one. You lose them, it's like half your world is just gone. Whether it be a mom, a dad, grandma, grandpa, whatever the case may be. That's like half of your world gone. And a lot of people can't really handle that. And they look for the easy way out. And I'm not trying to be rude or saying that, oh, you're just stupid. No, not at all. I mean, everyone goes through different levels of, whether it be anxiety, depression, all that. There's different levels of that. It all depends on what events occurred to lead up to whatever that may be, whether it be, depression or whatever. But I would never, me personally, I would never give up. I mean, for the simple fact that the loved one that you lost would want you to continue to live your life to the fullest of your ability. And this game went deep. I did not expect this. Losing a loved one is always tough. It really is. But you have to be able to live on and try your best to, just live. And I mean, that's what we're here for. We're here to live. And some people say we're here to live and die, but I mean, live your life until you can't live no more. That's what I'm saying. Live, if you can at all possible, live till you're like 100. And at least you'd be able to say that you had a decent life. Whether it be good or crazy or adventurous or however you plan on living your life. But never give up. That's something that a lot of people have issues with, because the depression or whatever the case may be is just so deep that they just feel like there is no hope, when in all reality there always will be hope and another way to go about things. I did not expect this game to be like that. At all. Hey there, welcome to the stream. It's a pretty deep subject. Yeah, sorry, I have to click out of the game to see the chat, but anyway, it's not important. What is important is if you yourself are going through something that this character of this game is going through, never give up. It all depends on strength and how good your mentality is. I'm not calling you stupid or whatever, but like some people, when they go through depression, they get hit hard, and they go through so much that they just don't want to live anymore. And in my opinion, there's always something to live for. Always. Yeah, so like, don't ever look for the easy way out. There's plenty of multiple choice decisions than just that one. Now, granted, it will be hard at first because you've been emotionally damaged or whatnot for so long, you just don't know what's right or wrong anymore. All you know is that it sucks, and it does suck. I'm not going to say it doesn't, but at the same time, you got to work with yourself and want to continue to live. I tell this to people all the time when they ask me. Some people have asked me, just walking into the store, and you just walk past a few people who are discussing about life or whatnot. And then some of my friends, like, that I have, they have all asked me the same question. Is it really worth living anymore? And honestly, every time I'm asked that question, it doesn't become easier to answer. It really doesn't, because I'm not them. I don't know how big the loss is or anything like that. I don't know how bad it is or how huge or how close or how far they were to the person they lost. I don't know any of that. So the only thing I answer with all I can is, you know, there's always a reason to live. Because, I mean, in all honesty, yes, it is true. We're all going to die sometime. But make sure it's a long time before that happens. I mean, come on, life's too short, guys. Honestly, it is. They ask me, okay, so if you say that there's a reason to live, what would you do if you were in my shoes? Well, I answer to the best of my ability, and I tell them, well, it'd probably be very, very heavy on me, like a very heavy weight on my shoulders. And I'd probably be in the same situation that they are in, like ready to end it all. But that's when your mentality comes in and you kick yourself and say, hey, what are you doing? There's always a reason to live. Whether it be current loved ones or anything like that. I mean, in all honesty, I don't know how many people would believe what I have to say about this, but in all honesty, one day, we're all the loved ones from each individual families are all going to be united one day. They are. But you have to take into consideration that ending it before your time is up is not very smart. Considering, I'm not going to get biblical or anything, because that's That's basically Bible thumping, yeah. But this is how I look at it. If you end your own life, whether it be, I'm not even going to get into it, just know that one day, when it's finally your time, all the loved ones you lost in your earliest life, you come up to a point where you're finally ready to go. And when that happens, you're going to be rejoined with them. Unfortunately, you won't know who they are, but you'll be able to feel who they are. You'll be able to feel that connection you had with them. You just won't know mentally who they are. It'll only feel like, hey, this is a person that I loved, or is a loved one of mine that I know about. I can feel it. It all goes upon feelings, because, like I said, mentally you're not going to know who your own mom is, or even your dad, or your grandmother, or your grandfather. It's just how it works. But you'll be able to feel that. You'll be able to feel that connection. You just won't be able to place their face. That's my opinion on it, and if I'm wrong, please come at me and correct me, because I don't want to be given false information. So if I'm wrong in any of this I'm saying, be sure to correct me, so that way I don't mislead people. But this is just my opinion and point of view of it. Regardless, in my mind, in my heart, I don't feel like it would be worth ending my own life. No matter how hard or difficult it may be, you have to make sure that you're able to fight against it. Because, let's face it, guys, life's too short to be worrying about things like that. Why worry about that when you can worry about living a good life, a fun, adventurous, fulfilling life? So that way, when you do make it to 80, 90, 100, you'll be able to have a story to tell about how your life was, how exciting it was. I know most people have a difficulty looking at life positively. But if you really try to look at it positively, you will not regret it. The hurt will be there. Yeah, I'm not going to say it's going to go away, because, let's face it, it's not going to. It's always going to be there. But if you look at life more positively, you'll be able to work through all the problems that you may be facing at the time of losing a loved one. It is hard. It does hurt. Trust me, I know. Losing a loved one hurts like hell. It does. And I'll be honest, I was in that situation way back when I was a little bit younger. I lost my grandfather. And I visit his gravesite every day. Just to see how he was doing, or, leave flowers, or, something nice. To let him know that I'm never going to forget him. I was in that same situation that we all just seen. I was ready to give up. I was. Because I felt like everything was gone. Like, I still had my mom, my dad, my grandmother, and, cousins and whatnot. But me and my grandfather were extremely close. Like, really close. And when he left, I felt like my whole entire world was just gone. Just gone. I went into severe depression. There was a few times it spiraled out of control, and I almost did end my own life. But thanks to the current loved ones that I have now, I'm still here. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. I would not be here. Because, like I said, me and my grandfather were extremely close. And I just felt like everything was gone. So, believe me when I say this. I know loss is hard. Especially if you are close to the loved one like I was with my grandfather. I know it's hard. I do. It's extremely hard. I don't know how many countless obstacles I had to jump over to stay alive. I've tried overdosing. I've tried everything you could think of. My life's not perfect. Nobody's life's perfect. But when that certain thing happens to you, you just snap emotionally. You're just gone emotionally. You don't want to be here anymore. All of that. I was that person. I was definitely that person. But in the end, thanks to who I have now, I'm still here. They made it very clear that, hey, just because your loved one is gone, yes, it hurts. It's going to. But that's no reason to end your own life. And here's why. Like I mentioned earlier in this video. One day, we will be reunited with those loved ones. But if you want to be reunited with them, you just have to keep trucking. You gotta keep going through life. Positively if you can. Because honestly, life's too short to end your own. With that being said, I'm going to end this video here, and I'm going to pick right back up with another one. But before I end it, always keep in your mind that there is always most definitely a reason to stay alive. Whether you see it or not. Like with me, I didn't see it. But my current loved ones that I was surrounded by seen it. That's okay, make your food. I'm just hitting an emotional spot that I really shouldn't be hitting. Just always remember that there is always a reason to be alive. Live your life to the fullest. So that way you can tell your great grandkids one day about how awesome your life was. Or how your life was so complicated at one point that you had to basically be surrounded by loved ones almost all the time to keep your mind straight. There's always a reason to live. And like I said at the beginning of this, or in the middle, I don't even remember where I said it. This game went deep real fast. As soon as I seen those crosses pop up, it went deep. Because I pictured myself kneeling down in front of my grandfather's grave, making the same choices of whether to either live or die. That's why that one spot hit me so hard, because I was that person. My life isn't perfect. Nobody's life's perfect. There's always going to be that one time where you're going to be tested. And I feel like as I was kneeling down on my grandfather's grave, that was my test, to see exactly what I would do. If it was worth ending it, or was it worth continuing through life? Because in all honesty, any loved one you lose is going to want you to keep living and keep on going through life positive as you can. Because let's face it, life is life. There's always going to be difficult spots and all different kinds of tests and other things of other natures, and that's just how life is. Life's not easy. If it was easy, it wouldn't be life. But that's when situations like this, that's when you're emotionally tested. And I was definitely emotionally tested that day. But anyway, I've rambled on enough. This is almost a 40-minute video, just me talking. I'm just gonna end it here, and I'll pick up on the next one. Yeah, I'll see you in the next